I found this really nice purple dyed blank up in my loft, and I decided I wanted to turn it today. So I dug through my kits and I came up with this Duraclick EDC pencil kit in gunmetal, which I think will look really nice with this blank. So I'm going to start preparing it to turn. We'll start by marking the ends of the blank. I like this little woodpecker gauge. It's kind of nice for finding dead center. I mark all 4 corners of the blank. And this one must have been pretty square because you can see there's dead center. Now I'll take a punch, I'll mark dead center, and we'll be ready to drill. Using a punch, I marked the center of my blank. The Duraclick pencil kit requires an 8mm tube, so I've chucked up my 8mm bit and we're ready to drill. There's our entry hole, there's our exit hole. I don't know if the bit crawled a little bit to one side or if the blank wasn't perfectly square from end to end. It doesn't really matter because it's a single tube kit, so we have plenty of meat around the hole. We'll be just fine and we'll end up with a really incredible looking pin. We are all chucked up and ready to turn. I've got the blank turned down and I'm ready to start sanding. I am a little disappointed that the blank lost so much of that beautiful purple color. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started sanding just to kind of level it out. And then I don't have any purple, but I've got some blue tint dye, and I'm going to put a little bit of this on there, see if I can soak it in and get a little bit more color out of this blank, because I was disappointed when I saw how it all disappeared. I sand it with 120 grit just to level the blank. I still need to run through the rest of the grits, but before I do, I want to go ahead and apply some of this dye to the blank. I'm just going to put some on a paper towel. I think I'm going to have to do a little better than that. There we go. Let's just get it on the blank and smear it around. I'm going to try to get it nice and thick on there so that the whole blank is covered. Probably not the way you're supposed to use this, but if it gets the job done, that's good enough for me. Little light spot there. Let's get a little bit of dye on that. That kind of gave it a little purpley tinge. That looks pretty darn good. I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do is go ahead and sand, and when I'm done sanding, we'll look at it again, and we may end up coming back and attempting to apply a little bit more of the tint. But for now, let's let it dry for a few minutes. I'm ready to run through the rest of the grits of my sandpaper, and let's see how she looks when we're finished. That did not go as well as I expected. The dye did not soak deep into the wood, and as I sand it, I essentially just sanded it away. What I'm going to do now is, it's been sanded to 800 grit. I've got the lathe on the lowest speed, and I'm going to attempt to apply a little more dye to the blank to get that color back, and then we'll come back and apply a CA finish to lock it in, and we'll finish the blank normally. Looks pretty darn good. I'm going to let it dry for a few minutes, and then we're going to apply the CA. The blank is dry to the touch, and I've transferred it to my non-stick bushings. Let's apply some CA. Oh, wow. That's going to look amazing. Check that out. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my CA regimen on the blank, and I'll come back and show it to you right before I start micromeshing. I just finished applying my CA regiment. Really sorry that I lost the purple because I love that color, but this blue is stellar. It just pops. Really, really happy with how the blank turned out. I'm going to get it off the non-stick bushings, put it back on the turning bushings, and we're going to micro mesh this blank. 15 seconds per pad. Just finished the micro mesh, and I would say that that blank turned out really nice. Let's get a little wax on it. We'll buff it up, see what she looks like after that. Here's a peek at the blank, post buffing. Let's get this assembled into the kit. Well guys, I just went through the assembly with the camera turned off. All I did was I pressed this nib coupler into the front end of the pin, and I pressed the cap coupler with the clip into the other end. There's a mechanism here that you drop down the center of the pin. Show that to you. There we go. This is the internals of the pin. It just drops right in. Then the nib threads in. And a couple clicks, and she's got some lead. Really, really nice blank. I'm loving it. I'd like to thank you for joining me in the shop today for the turning of this Duraclick EDC mechanical pencil. Now, EDC is an acronym for everyday carry, and that's what this was designed to be, is an everyday carry. I have an ink pen, and I love the knurling down here because I can grip it as I write with the pen. I don't carry it every day anymore because I've moved on to a new pen, but I still have it, and I still keep it in my desk, and I really like this kit. It's got a great feel to it. The mechanism is really nice. It's a click mechanism. This one, being a mechanical pencil, does a great job. Look at that. It's much nicer than the slimline mechanical pencil kits, and I'm very happy. The blank is gorgeous. I love that maple. And overall, like I said, I couldn't be happier. I'd like to thank you for joining me in the shop today. I want you to know that you are always welcome in my shop. Come back and see me again real soon, and have a great evening.